Omusinga ogusingwa bwa Rwenzururu, His Royal Highness Charles Wesley Mondere Remangoma, Her Royal Highness Nyabagole Agnes Ngu, members of the royal family, honorable ministers present, honorable members of parliament, the Prime Minister of Rwenzururu Kingdom, the clan leaders, religious leaders, invited guests, Abanya Rwenzururu, Nabanya Rwenzururu Kali, Mwabukire Abanya Rwenzururu, Muneo Ndeke, Mukulike Omubala Owa Munabwire, Nyamuhanga Abalinde. I know, Your Royal Highness, you know that I have been sent here with a message from His Excellency the President. So His Excellency the President is a Pan-Africanist and he knows all languages. Omubundabundiwa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni amabara mukya. Na Mama Janet Kataka Museveni nayo amabara mukya. I want to thank God for this day because it is a very blessed day, and I want to say God is good and all the time. I have recognized all the protocol, Your Highness, and I have a message from His Excellency the President. But before I say that message, I want to compare this ceremony with the ceremony which we had last weekend, Your Highness, in Mbale, where the people of Bamasaba, the cultural leaders, crowned the new king, the Humukuka of the Bamasaba. And 8 million Bagisu who are in Kenya were represented by a fraction of Bagisu who came from Kenya in that ceremony. In Uganda we have 4 million Bagisu. In the areas of Busia, Your Highness, we have the Samia of Uganda, and we also have the Samia of Kenya. In the area of Kapchorwa, we have the Sabini of Uganda, and when you cross over to Kenya, you have the Kalenjin of Kenya. And in the area of Tororo, we have the Iteso of Tororo and the Iteso of Kenya. So in that spirit, I would like in a special way to welcome our brothers who have come from the Democratic Republic of Congo. You are most welcome. And Your Royal Highness, I thank the people who crossed from Kenya to Uganda in Mbale that day, because through the culture and the cultural institutions, they are supporting the integration by demystifying the colonial boundaries. It is the same spirit here. and the people who have come from DRC Congo, and also the Bakonjo from here in Kasese and the Budibujo and other areas, the Bambwa. You may now know that East Africa has included the DRC. And because the DRC is now part of East Africa, the people of the DRC now can cross to Uganda without a visa. And also the people of Uganda can cross to DRC without a visa. That is a very good coincidence with the ceremony that we are conducting today. Your Highness, your people here and the people of DRC are appreciated because they know that the removal of that visa will facilitate trade between the people of Uganda and the people of DRC. Will facilitate peace, will consolidate integration. And that's what we are looking forward to as government. I have a short message from His Excellency the President, which I will read, but I would like to assure the Honorable W'eggwanga that the points he has made there on challenges faced with the people of Kasese will be addressed by government. Your Highness, the message from His Excellency the President reads as follows. Your Royal Highness, Omusinga Charles Wesley Mumbere Iremagoma, as you celebrate 57 years since you ascended to the throne of the W'eggwanga Rwenzururu, allow me, on behalf of government, on behalf of the NRM party, and my own behalf, to congratulate you and all the people of Rwenzururu Kingdom upon reaching this important milestone. I also want to use today's occasion to congratulate you upon your return to Kasese district and the warm reception that you received from your people. I applaud the Banya Rwenzururu na Banya Rwenzururu Kali for the befitting welcome and love which you showed the Umuzinga, Nyabagole, the Crown Prince and the Princesses on the 4th of October 2023. This is proof that the King and the Kingdom occupy a central place in the social and cultural lives of the people of this area. The NRM government supports the legitimate interests of the Bakonjo people and other communities in Uganda to freely organize and express their unique cultural norms, customs, and languages. Therefore, I am happy to observe that the King, who is the recognized custodian of the Bakonjo culture, is now back to his kingdom to perform his royal and cultural duties. I want to thank the Umuzinga for appointing an able and focused administration led by the Umulerembera, Honorable Joseph Kule Muranga. I thank the new administration for reorienting the kingdom towards the correct path of cultural development and socio-economic transformation of your subjects. I urge the leadership of the kingdom to maintain good relations with the government to address the challenges of poverty, diseases, unemployment, and the criminality of the desperate and defeated ADF terrorists, whose camps in eastern Congo have been destroyed by the UPDF. There are desperate attempts to distract the UPDF efforts in DRC by murdering soft targets in Uganda, i.e. school children, traders, foreigners, etc., will be the final chapter of their existence anywhere on earth. I encourage the people of Rwenzururu region to back the security forces by exercising constant vigilance in order to identify, isolate, and wipe out the wrong elements in your communities. Your Royal Highness, as you embark on the noble task of building your kingdom, I ask that you incorporate the message of wealth for development. We have united the people of Uganda by creation at the household level in your program. The primary focus of the NRM government is to trigger the socio-economic transformation of Uganda. We have guaranteed peace and stability, a precursor rejecting the poison of sectarianism on account of tribe, gender, age, religion, etc. We have built modern infrastructure, e.g. roads, power generation of dams, etc. The remaining task is helping our people to transform the above advantages into wealth for the families and jobs for the young people. Development alone is not enough, though it must come first. Development is a collective good for everyone. It must, however, be translated into jobs and wealth for the families in order to be meaningful. Therefore, Your Highness, the people of Rwenzururu Kingdom should be mobilized to join the 4 sectors of commercial, agriculture, services, industry, and ICT. Government has created wealth funds like Emyoga, the parish development model, etc., to extend credit to organized groups engaged in production of goods and services. Therefore, I urge the kingdom to sensitize and guide the people on enterprise selection in order to ensure profitability. Finally, Your Highness, I want to call upon leaders in Rwenzururu to promote unity and coexistence among the different tribes in the region. I encourage you to study and emulate the philosophy of NRM, which is based on the interests as opposed to identity. The NRM came to the conclusion long ago that interests are always more important than identity. This is because interests are common to all people. There is no tribe or religion that does not want a school, a hospital, a road, or electricity. When somebody opportunistically highlights identity, i.e. religion, tribe, etc., instead of highlighting interests, he or she acts against the people's prosperity. That unprincipled highlighting of identity is a pseudo-diagnosis of societal problems. Almost inevitably, it creates friction which results into conflict that scares away investments, diverts resources from infrastructure to security, and above all, leads to tension. Therefore, Your Highness, I urge the leaders to concentrate on working for the legitimate interests of the people. I once again congratulate Your Royal Highness the royal family, the Rwenzururu, Rwenzururu Kali, upon reaching the 57th coronation anniversary, and wish you peaceful celebration. I thank you all. Your Highness, this is a message from His Excellency, the President, to you and the people of the Rwenzururu Kingdom. And His Excellency, the President, notes that being an African leader, the people here are welcoming you, but you may also have a series of guests at the palace. And he asked me to come along with 30 million shillings to help you and support you as you entertain the guests at the kingdom. And my dear people of Kasese, of Bunyangabu, people of Bundibujo, in those so many tribes, I've been here before, Your Highness, and I will come here again when I get an opportunity to visit you and the kingdom, but also to visit the people in order to encourage them to embrace government programs and effectively produce results. I would like, before Your Royal Highness, to request the people of Rwenzururu Kingdom to continue supporting NRM, but most importantly, His Excellency General Museveni in the 2026 general elections. I thank you very sincerely for your kind attention and indeed your patience. May I now, Your Royal Highness, hand over a message which is written here in the paper which I have read, as well as the 30 million shillings to an authority from the kingdom who will in turn deliver it to you.